Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
Meet the next generation of podcast stars with SiriusXM's Listen Next program, presented by State Farm. As part of their mission to help voices be heard, State Farm teamed up with SiriusXM to uplift diverse and emerging creators. Tune in to Stars and Stars with Issa, as host Issa Nakazawa dives into birth charts of her celeb guests. This is just the start of a new wave of podcasting. Visit statefarm.com to find out how we can help prepare for your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Newmark, a.k.a.
Uncle New.
From Jurassic 5, and you're checking out The Library with my main man, Tim Onicle, on www.rapstation.com.
I boarded a plane headstrong, landed with a smile on my face, to give service back to the land that's our home. I long for coming back to Africa, coming back to
So
Africa.
it's cool to be black until it's time to be black. Ain't never too late to go back and give back. So I let born afters know I rap for Africa, to give to the motherland to see what's mine again. Be of service, land of dark faces, split, colonized in 53 places. The greed went on till everything was gone. Wiped out by previous wars I worked on. Graves of the poor to clean up this mess left by the West. My duty to the African. Tell my next of kin in a song, but damn, nothing around me.
Legend,
What the hell I step
Chuck
on?
D. He's Chuck D. Chuck D, welcome to the library on rapstation.com.
Hey, thank you, Tim. It's a pleasure. I think you're one of the best that that's ever done this. And we're talking about a long period of time to be able to get a tried interview. And now people with a direct response on the questions that hardly ever get asked.
Dying in nearby diamond mines, out here working that worldwide grind. Hope somebody finds me out left behind. Silent ticks killing me softly, malaria, but the beers, they the one got me sick. Isolated while I waited, with thoughts in my head about my sole intention to save my brothers and sisters.
My thoughts racing as my tears.
When you're writing a song like Mine Again, and kind of talking about your experiences, not stepping on a mine per se, but what you're kind of going through, in your experience of Africa, does it make sense for you to write it down while it's happening, or?
No, I can recall a lot of things in my head when I see it. I write a lot of things down all the time. I always keep a pen on me and I write things all the time. But I don't pressure myself to actually record it when I should record it. And I've lost a lot that way. But I've also gained things in my life. It's things that, for me and my kids are going somewhere, I'm not going to whip out a phone to always record it. I want to experience it. So I've been the same way with just pen and paper. Like, if I didn't catch it, I didn't catch it, but I'll catch it. My trips to Africa, I recorded a lot of things of what I say, and it's always stayed embedded. Well, not just my trips to Africa. I've been to 6 continents over and over and over and over again. And I just think sometimes Public Enemy's achievements are just like so Wilt Chamberlain-ish that people get the out of here, because what does that mean? You guys been on 6 continents and played 101 countries and 3,000 plus stages. It's like so far over the top. It's like the thing that's the denominator that has really related to fans and people, I think, over the last 15, 20 years has been how much money somebody has made. Because people can relate to that. If somebody's like, oh yeah, so-and-so's coming, oh yeah, they're worth $250 million. So although they can't fathom what that is, but they could kind of get it, okay, yeah. It's never happened. We're not in that category where we were measured by money, nor has it been accessible like that by we could just make a record and just have, just money just running through a pipeline into our cribs. It's part of the reason why the 3,000 show dates have taken places, and playing dates as small as a place in Evansville to a gigantic stadium with U2. It's like this was from a different time. I sort of tell people, I say, well, I don't know what that thing is about when you see artists actually like, wow, they got $100 million situation going on, but these guys toured no more than 15 dates. I'm like, WTF? Wow, it's good to be king, I guess. I don't know. I said that on Twitter, which is my only social network, because I got a rule like if you're over 50 years old, you should do one social network and just tie all the others in. You can't be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. No, pick one and get somebody to help you tie it in. But I tweeted a picture of myself, my ankles being taped up before a gig, and people were like, "Damn, yo, what the?" Like, yo, man, you paid this the boss. This is the cost to be that type of boss doing that. And now you're not going to see this side on anybody. It's not going to be. This ain't fabulous, all respect due, but it ain't that. I'm going to end up hurt.
You mentioned all the shows you guys done, and I kind of wanted to tie that into the album process now. As mentioned, Man Plans, God Laughs is your 15th album, which is out July 15th. And this is not taking anything away from the album, but any album. But with Piracy appearing to like not go away, does Public Enemy approach the album process the same way you guys have always approached it?
Oh, hell no. That matter of fact, that we started that approach back with the Bomb Squad, and we ended it. We had to end it because things changed. For years, I was totally against the one-man producer. Totally. But it's like I said, it's like the three-point shot in the NBA. It's like everybody's a one-man producer because the equipment had become totally acclimated to that one point of view musically. There's no way in hell I thought that one person could be better than four, but you put another 20 years to it with equipment and technology, and you got a composer that says a beat is a myriad of instruments, and then you got a person who actually records the vocals who's also a producer. So you got really two producers. You got a producer. Well, really, you got two songwriters, and what puts it together is a producer. See, hip hop got a lot of the terms incorrect. A guy that makes the beats, he's just the music songwriter. Sometimes the lyric writer will arrange and compose it, but he won't mix it and put it together. So they say, well, that job goes to the guy who made the music, so he's the producer. But really, the producer could be somebody who just walks in the room and just arranges that marriage between lyrics and music. But then when you talk about somebody who's actually been married in music and lyrics for over 20 years, it's telepathic, and you could simulate a lot of different areas because all those areas. So I was impressed by, LP and Killer Mike getting together. It's just those two. And I was impressed by Kanye West, just his damn self, and or with Rick Rubin. So I said, why can't we be even, be Public Enemy even a notch, more intense? It's about intensity with us, and it's about making sure it happens. And that was a challenge. I thought that was a great challenge for us. But technology has totally guided the direction of hip hop production more than any other genre. I think what Public Enemy does really well is that when we perform it, we stretch it out. We stretch it out into a formidable rhythm unit of Kari Wynn on guitar, Davey DMX on bass, T-Bone Mata on drums, and DJ Lord, which makes it different from Terminator X up to 1998 on two turntables, which was a problem too because all our movement on stage often made turntables jump. Then we moved to hard drive play, but then that was more like that felt like a straitjacket. So the combination of really like a live rhythm section, it's like almost like a studio on stage, and these cats been playing together for 16 years. Nobody can F with them. because they've been playing together. They're telepathic in their play, and I know what each part can do. So it's almost like it's created the people think, oh, is it a band? No, it's not a band. It's like it's a rhythm unit, and so that's really has given life to Public Enemy over the last 14, 15 years. I can't describe it if you ain't seen it in full action.
In the press release and everything I read on the album, Man Plans, God Laughs, and it's something I've noticed when I select music for a rap station, is that the idea of remixes, and with your album, I didn't see any mentions of remixes. Do you think the amount of remixes we're hearing is becoming, I guess, a problem? Why do you think?
Yeah, it's like the 3-point play. It was a time where remixes enhanced a product, and I'm not saying that remixes are not necessary. I just think that it totally corrodes your catalog. Number two, it totally disrespects the person that comes along and makes great music for a record because they're not included in the songwriting, and it disrespects the original writer for having a chance for their song to actually, really breathe on its own and find a life of its own. So these are just personal overviews. I mean, I've been a fan of hip hop recorded hip hop since 1979, and I wasn't a child then. So I've seen every single juncture of what's cool, what's great, and then when it hits a wall, I'm like, that ain't so cool anymore for me, And I just think that a lot of cats, if they got remix skills, I think they should do like the EDM DJs. Take a cappella parts and make a new composition, as opposed to saying I'm remixing composition my way with the same arrangements. I just think that's the lazy way of doing it. When guys like Skrillex and these guys come along and they just totally dismember a track and put in their own thing, EDM will move the crowd. And I just felt like on Man Plans, God Laughs, we see the actual result of sort of like a half EDM result, meaning that the music has got to move and the lyrics sometimes got to stay out of the way. And sometimes you could have so many lyrics just choke a arrangement. But it's not going to be an MC that's going to truncate that. It's got to be the DJ. It's got to be the music maker. And coming from the spawning of the beginning, and this is where the Bomb Squad was so efficient, it was built on the DJ mentality, knowing that there had to be areas where the music had to move and then the DJ let the MC go in the parts that the MC was supposed to go. If you let somebody say, well, basically words got to govern this record, and then all of a sudden the DJ was dictated to and the producer was dictated to by the MC who didn't want his lyrics touched, I think that got into an area of a problematic area where maybe songs became too choppy, too wordy. And if you got a wordy song that's basically not saying a lot, but it's just keep being wordy for lyrical sonic gymnastics, it could get tedious over a period of time, just in my personal opinion. And that's what I've seen happen over the course, especially over the last 10 years.
We're speaking to Chuck D, Public Enemy's new album, Man Plans, God Laughs. Chuck, I have one more question. Which track do you think best defines your overall, or Public Enemy's overall mission for this album?
Oh, Man Plans, God Laughs. No question. I say this because that one record came out of left field as a creation. It was planned, but also it came out left field as a creation because the lyrics were on another record, and that original track was something else. And Gary made a switch, and he made some cuts and edits. And the record's 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And it's the only record I've ever seen, Tim. Trust me when I tell you this. I played 28 years in a row, right? I've played records like Rebel Without a Pause and Bring the Noise and Can't Truss and Welcome to the Terrordome and, even harder than you think. It's the only record I've seen that has made a mosh out of a crowd with never hearing it before. It's really strange. I think it's the push and pull in the record, because it's like and my best description of it, it's like taking fingertips and brushing it over somebody's chest and then yanking their lungs out and then trying to push it back in. Oh, but the thing is, on top of that, in 2 minutes. So when you're going crazy and it's over, so it's like, well, I want to do that again, but no, the record's over. It's done. I think if the record was 2 minutes and 53 seconds or 3 minutes and 15 seconds, it might not have had that effect, that lingering, what the F effect. So I would think that Man Plans, God Laughs accidentally became the title track first release on the record, accidentally, and ended up being the record that is going to be signify this album. I've never seen a record like it. I've never seen a hip-hop record this short. I don't have 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't think so. I think there's medleys. I think there's snippets. But like I said, I think we've already seen hip-hop lead to this area anyway, because we've only seen a lot of MCs. We've seen MCs only give 2 verses, if that. They've collabed the rest of if they made albums, they've collabed a lot of their albums out. So they'll hit a topic and they'll spit maybe a verse and a half, 2 verses max, and then somebody will tail it out, or they'll say. We've seen that in 50% of the hip-hop joints that go over 3 minutes. And so you got to pay attention. I think what's Rap Station, I tell people, I say, well, Rap Station is giving me. It's giving me. You can't not tell me I don't know what's happening. I don't know who's putting out what, from new, old, brand new, sonically, da-da-da-da. And that's one thing I noticed is that if cats are going to climb to the 4-minute area, they ain't doing a lot of those records by themselves, because most people are solos. And if they're going to do an album, a lot of them are not conquering the album by themselves, nor are they daring to do a song with just 1 verse and call it a day. I mean, we've toyed with those things like In Machine in the past, which kind of was like 2 verses, but it was a thing that also wedged into Burn Hollywood Burn, which happened to be the first collaboration of artists from 3 different labels. And so actually that was a first in itself on Fear of a Black Planet. But this record at 2 minutes and 6 seconds ain't a ringtone. And it ain't nowhere as long as to me, one of my favorite records of all time, which is Peter Piper, which I just think was just a work of art by Gary G. Wiz. Like I said, we were shooting for that 1 minute, 45 second masterpiece. And this is the closest we got, so that's what it is.
Public Enemy's new album, Man Plans, God Laughs, comes out on July 15th via its own digital music store, www.rapcentralstation.com. Chuck D, thank you so much for joining me on The Library with Tim Einenkel.
Thank you, Tim. You the best, man.
God damn, man laughs at God's plan. God laughs at man's trash. Man plans, God.
Let it be what it is. Fight the power for the kids who don't know. You may ask yourself, figure it out. Bad news is bad news. The damn plan got you confused. Good news, no good news. Ghetto burbs, see them as views. Am I scared to fight? I ain't asking you. Am I grown? Do I stand up? Am I owned? Let it be. Speaking words, but no wisdom. Make them dumb. Damn the plan that man made through the monkey wrench. Praise their faves, what they gave. Get attention. Nowadays, it's the way they get paid to get saved. Pray to the stage. Am I radical? Am I a pacifist? Am I scared to fight? I ain't asking you. Am I grown? Do I stand up? Am I owned? Be the you wanna see and wanna be. Let it be revolution, what it is. Bring the noise. 89, another summer. We the me. 89, another summer. We the me.
For the youth, do it 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 for the youth.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries plus napkins plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
Meet the next generation of podcast stars with SiriusXM's Listen Next program, presented by State Farm. As part of their mission to help voices be heard, State Farm teamed up with SiriusXM to uplift diverse and emerging creators. Tune in to Stars and Stars with Issa, as host Issa Nakazawa dives into birth charts of her celeb guests. This is just the start of a new wave of podcasting. Visit statefarm.com to find out how we can help prepare for your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.